Hello everyone. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss about fundamental analysis. So let's start. As you know that I always divide the word, that means whatever the topic you want to study, always divide that topic in different parts. So let's divide fundamental in two subparts. First is funda and second is mental. Now what do you mean by word funda? Funda means whenever you have to keep some foundation, some basic parts, or some core principles. And your mental means your thinking, your mindset, your judgment. See, let's say if I'll give you some example, you have normally heard about the normal saying that if the glass is half filled. So I can, from my point of view, it can be half filled, or from some other's point of view, it can be half empty. So different people have different mindset. So we have to see our mindset, what we think about this. And whenever you are thinking, there must be some base. For example, I've said there's a glass, water is there in that glass. So some foundation should be there, some basic parts should be there on the basis of which you are thinking. Okay, let's discuss with the help of an example. Now, what is this? This is a dish. Now, whenever you are making any dish, you must be requiring some basic things. Maybe you are requiring some ingredients. Ingredients can be of fresh vegetables, your spices, or maybe any other thing. You need fruits. So, some basic requirement is there. Now, do you think that all the chef or all the moms throughout the world, they all require these basic ingredients to cook food? But do you think the taste of each and every cook is same? If I am going to make some dish and your mom is going to make some dish, the same dish, same, we are using the same vegetables, we are using the same spices, but still do you think that the taste will be same? No, taste won't be same. From my point of view, these spices or these vegetables should be in this much quantity, and from your point of view it should be in some another quantity. Or my styling of cooking will be different, your styling of cooking will be different. So what I'm going to say that it's a cook's judgment how to mix them for the best taste. So everyone is their own judge. So ingredients are your basic foundations or core principles, and it's your mindset how you are going to mix them. Okay, now let's take one more example. Now this is a car. Let's say you like driving. Now when you like driving, there are various factors on which your driving depends. Now let's say one factor is the road condition. Now all the roads are not smooth. There are some roads where there are some pits over there. So if you are going to drive on the roads where some pits are there, so it will be difficult for you. Or I can say simple words, the road is broken. The road is under construction. So that means if you are going to drive a car on that road, you will face some difficulties. Or I can say you will not enjoy driving over there. So I can say road condition is one of the factor on which my driving depends. And road is a foundation of driving. Now let's say another part. Traffic. There are some areas where more traffic is there, and there are some areas where no traffic is there. Let's say I have to go from my house to my university, right? So there are various routes by which I can go from my house to university. One route, there is always traffic. Why there is always traffic? Because my car is also there. Buses are also traveling on that road. Your all the public transports are traveling on that road, and even red lights are more on that particular road. So obviously traffic will be there. And there is another road where no public transports goes, and traffic lights are also less. So on that particular road, you will get less amount of traffic, or you will enjoy driving over there. But it can also happen that that route is longer, where traffic is not there. So it may take longer duration than from that route where traffic is there. Plus, it can also happen that throughout the journey, in some areas you get the traffic, and in some areas you didn't get the traffic. So traffic is also one of the foundation, or you can say one of the basic part on which your driving depends. Now let's take the third part. Third factor on which your driving depends is your car. That means what kind of car you are having. We have Tata Nano also, and we have Porsche also. So, or you can say we have luxury cars also, and we have basic cars also. It depends on you which type of car you enjoy driving or you enjoy sitting. Everyone has a different choice. So, whenever I have to drive a car, there are various factors on which I drive a car or I enjoy driving. Maybe road condition. If I am thinking the road condition, so I can think, should I drive now or wait till the roads are clear? Because if you will see in the rainy season, lots of pits are there. So should I wait till the road condition is good and at that moment I will drive? Or if I, from traffic point of view, which route or lane will be faster and safer? If I want to move faster, so I can choose that lane where no traffic is there. But as I told you, if no traffic is there, people will do the rash driving. So if I want to be safe, I can choose that area where the traffic is there. Because whenever the traffic is there, people will move slow. So it's your mindset how you choose. And if we talk about car, which car is most reliable for the long journey? All the cars have different facilities. So it's your mindset from your point of view which car is best. So what I want to say that there are various factors, and everyone's thinking, everyone mindset, everyone judgment is different. From my point of view, I can choose that area where more traffic is there. But from your point of view, you can choose that area where less traffic is there. From my point of view, I want right now driving. So whatever is a condition of road, I will go for driving. But maybe from your point of view, you want the smooth road. So you will not enjoy driving during the rainy season where more pits are there. Or let's say if I have to choose a car. So car also depends your pocket. If you can afford to purchase Porsche, so you will not sit on, or you cannot purchase, or you will not enjoy driving the cars. Let's say your Honda or any other car, you won't enjoy. But if I don't have a capacity to purchase Porsche, so I will enjoy driving a small car also. So again, it's your point of view. But over here, you can see car is a individual point of view. I can purchase a small car, you can purchase a big car. So it's an individual point of view. And if we talk about traffic, various cars combined together, then it is known as a traffic. Traffic means rush is there. Or maybe you can say one red light is not working, so that's why all the cars are standing. Or they are jumbled. So car is an individual choice, And when various cars join together, it becomes a traffic. And traffic is always depends on your road condition also. Here the road is smooth, so traffic will also be smooth. But when the road have more pits, so in that case cars will go slow, so traffic will be more. So now you can see that this is an individual choice. So I can name it as a micro. Your traffic, various cars join together to generate a traffic. So it is a meso. Mess will be there where various cars will be stuck over there. And traffic is always there on the roads and it becomes your macro. Because road condition will be same for all the types of car. Maybe I'm driving a small car, maybe I'm driving a big car. So road condition will be same for all. So what we have done, we have divided our basic foundation, our core principles into three parts. One is micro part, that means small part, that depends on individual choice. Second will be your meso part, more individual choice come together to make it a meso. And third will be the macro part, which will be same for all. Now let's think about the stock market investment. Whenever you invest in the stock market, you always want that your stock price should be increased. Then only you will be having a benefit. So whenever we are talking about investment in stock market, we have to consider various things. Because there are various basic factors, there are various foundation factors which will affect my investment, which will affect the share price. So what I have done, I have divided those factors into three parts. One is macro, one is meso, and one is micro. Now, if you will think the difference between this macro and micro, there is, if you will see the spelling, only one letter difference is there. Micro, in micro I and in macro A. I means individual. When only one individual is thinking of himself only. And macro A. A you can say all or you can say aggregate. When everyone choices are affected. Everyone is affected. Okay, let's talk about small examples. Let's say GDP, your gross domestic product. So this is for the whole country. And all the companies, all the stocks will be affected. Interest rate. Let's the central government increases or decreases the interest rate. It will affect the borrowings. That means if all the companies are borrowing, it will be affected. When the borrowings will be affected, it's obvious the company's cost structure will be affected and thus the share price will be affected. But this is for the all. Government has not changed the interest rate for any particular company or any particular industry. If they have changed the interest rate commonly, that means everyone will be affected. Inflation. When the inflation will be there, everyone will be affected. Not only one company or not only one industry. So when everyone will be affected, that means all the share prices will be affected. Foreign exchange rate. If foreign exchange rate is increased or decreased, and if you are an importer or exporter, so all the importers and exporters will be affected, not only one. Or exchange rate is not linked to any one particular company. So everyone is affected. Policies. If government has issued some policy, this is for all. It's not for any particular industry. It's not for any particular company. So macro means where all the companies prevailing in the economy will be affected. Our point of view is not that whether all will affected more or all are affected less, but yes, all will be affected. Some will be affected more, some will be affected less. So price will be fluctuating, prices will be affected. Now meso. Let's say competition. What do you mean by what competition? Competition means when two companies are competing or more than two companies are competing. Now, if I say that one cosmetic company is there and one shoe industry is there, shoe company is there. So, do you think that cosmetic company will compete with the shoe company? No. It can happen one cosmetic company has a competition with another cosmetic company. One shoe company is having a competition with another shoe company. So that means here we are talking about industry. Industry means where there are homogeneous companies. That means all the companies in one industry are producing the homogeneous products. So they are having the competition among them. So whenever there is a competition, the prices will be affected. Demand and supply. Each industry has its own demand and each industry has its own supply. So when demand and supply is affected, it's obvious the share price will be affected. Government regulations. Government has different regulations for different industries. For example, if I say that I have to purchase an electronics, they always say that you have to see the ISI mark over there. But the same ISI mark will not be there on the food industry. They have their different norms. So that means meso means your industry foundation. Every industry is different. So factors for each and every industry will be different. These factors will affect only one particular industry. It will not affect all the industries in the economy. As we have learned, macro means it is affecting all the companies, all the industries in the economy. But these are affecting only one particular industry. That means all the companies in one particular industry will be affected. Your substitute products, as we have normally heard about your tea and coffee. Tea is a substitute of coffee, or you can say coffee is a substitute of tea. So it's going to affect the companies and hence the share price. Now, micro. Micro means individual choice, where only individual company share will be affected. Earnings. Each company is having the different earnings. If my company is there, if my company earnings are there, earnings are more. So it's not going to affect your share price, your company's share price. Management. Every company has a different management. Let's say in my company strike is there, or my company shut down, or my company is having a poor management. So my particular share price will be down. And your company has a good management. So your company share price will increase. So this is a company to company basis. Financial statements or brand image of your product. Every product has its own brand image. So it will also affect the share price, but on the individual basis. Okay, quality of management, same as management. So whatever the quality of management is there, how your management handles the problems. So that depends on that affects the share price of one particular company. So micro means all the factors which affect the company, one particular company only. So share price of one particular company will be affected. If we talk about meso, it means industry. So share price of all the companies in that particular industry will be affected. And over here, macro means economy, where all the companies, all the industries in one economy will be affected. So whenever we talk about mental part, so it's the investor's job to judge which factor has a biggest impact on the share price at a given time. Because these factors are having different effect. So as an investor, it's your point of view to think which factor you are giving more importance. So what moves the share prices? The first factor will be your company, how the company work, as we have discussed. Individual factors, your dividend, how the company pays dividend, what are the earnings, how's the management. Then comes your industry. So company is a part of industry. As I told you, various companies comes together to make an industry. So there are some industry part also that affects your share price. And third comes your economy. So all the industries comes together to make an economy. So there are various factors in an economy that also affects your share price. So what I have done, I have taken E from economy, I from industry, and C from company. So I can say that my fundamental analysis depends on EIC approach. So your fundamental analysis means all the factors which are prevailing in an economy, all the factors which are prevailing in an industry, and all the basic factors which are prevailing in one particular company will affect the share price. So EIC approach is your fundamental analysis. So now let's take the features. So fundamental analysis is really a logical and systematic approach to estimate the future share price and dividend. So there are different factors on which you can think that the price will be increase or decrease. These fundamental analysis are the basic evidence that share price is determined by number of fundamental factors related to economy, industry and company, as we have done. Third feature is it is detailed analysis of fundamental factors affecting the performance of the companies. So as we have discussed, all the factors of the economy, they will also affect the company. All the factors of the industry, they will also affect the share price of a one particular company, or all the factors of the company will also affect the performance of the company. Now, most important, the investor can compare the intrinsic value of share with the prevailing market price to arrive at the investment decision. Now let's say in the market price, the price right now is 100 rupees and you have calculated the intrinsic value to be 80. That means from your point of view, the market price is more. So it's your decision whether you want to purchase it or not. So if the market price of the share is lower than the intrinsic value, so over here, let's say market price is 80 and your intrinsic value is 100, then the investor should decide to buy the share as it is underpriced, because in the market it's 80 only and from your point of view is 100. Or let's say I'll talk you this example. I have to purchase one dress, and from my point of view, I thought that this dress should cost me rupees 100. But when I went to the market, this dress was available at rupees 50 only. So that means whatever I had thought, that is more, and when I go to the market, the price is less. So I should immediately buy it because I was thinking that the dress will cost 100 to me, but it is 50. So intrinsic value helps you to decide whether you want to purchase that particular share or not. Hope that fundamental analysis is clear in your mind. Thank you.